Picture yourself standing on the sun-drenched sands of ancient Egypt, the air filled with the earthy aroma of the Nile. The grand silhouette of the Great Pyramid looms in the distance as you step into the bustling streets of a majestic civilization. Here, the pharaohs reigned supreme, their lives a tapestry of grandeur and mystery, entwined with rituals and customs that defy modern understanding. But what if I told you these rulers once embraced practices so unusual they're almost beyond belief? Today, we unravel the world of Egyptian pharaohs, where divine status could blur the lines between myth and reality, and the ordinary became extraordinary. From sacred ceremonies and enigmatic family ties to their extravagant lifestyle, each element is a piece of a grand puzzle we are about to explore. Stay with us as we delve into the strange yet fascinating customs that were once the norm for these ancient rulers. Prepare to be astonished by the secrets that history has hidden in the sands of time, and join us on this journey to uncover the extraordinary life of the pharaohs. The idea of pharaohs as gods walking the earth was not merely symbolic but deeply entrenched in ancient Egyptian society. This divine status dictated every aspect of their existence and was reflected in how they ruled and worshipped. Imagine walking into a grand temple where the pharaoh, adorned with resplendent robes and gold, performs rituals that align himself with the deities. Each gesture, each word spoken in ancient chants, is a testament to his celestial connection. This belief that pharaohs were gods ensured their decrees were absolute and unchallenged. In daily life, it meant that the people viewed their ruler not just as a sovereign but as a divine presence, a living Horus, one who bridged the mortal world with the heavens. This veneration extended to ceremonies like the Opulent festival, where the pharaoh would engage in grand processions, affirming his eternal bond with the gods. The rituals reinforced his divine image through monumental architecture like the temples of Karnak, colossal statues, and hieroglyphics that proclaimed his godly heritage. Such practices were not just religious duties but essential for maintaining the cosmic order or mot, the principle of truth, balance, and harmony. By presenting themselves as divine beings, pharaohs wielded power that was as much spiritual as it was political, embedding their legacy in the very fabric of Egyptian life. The practice of royal incest may sound shocking to our modern sensibilities, but for Egyptian pharaohs it was a crucial tradition. Marrying within the family, often with siblings, was seen as a means to preserve the divine purity of the bloodline. This wasn't merely a choice but a societal expectation, rooted deeply in the belief that the pharaohs were not just mortals but gods on earth. Such unions were thought to maintain the sacred nature passed down from their divine predecessors, ensuring their offspring were as close to the gods as possible. This practice was supported by myths and stories that celebrated sibling relationships among the gods themselves, with Isis and Osiris being prominent figures who set a divine precedent. By emulating these deities, pharaohs reinforced their celestial identity and upheld traditions deemed essential for their spiritual and political legitimacy. Historical records reflect this practice repeatedly, with famous pharaohs such as Tutankhamun and Cleopatra following the tradition to cement their sacred lineage. In doing so, they maintained a divine aura that set them apart from the ordinary, shaping a legacy intertwined with both power and piety. Despite the complexities and potential challenges these marriages might have entailed, they were a testament to the lengths the pharaohs went to preserve their godlike status. This practice, while peculiar today, was a fundamental pillar of their rule, interwoven with the very fabric of their society and religion. The next fascinating facet of pharaohs' lives was their elaborate burial customs. Picture the grand spectacle of a pharaoh's burial, where the journey to the afterlife was not just a spiritual passage but an expression of utmost power and divine preparation. The construction of magnificent pyramids forms an iconic silhouette against the Egyptian skyline, serving not only as tombs but also as monumental tributes to their legacy. These architectural wonders were meticulously designed, involving thousands of laborers and spanning decades of effort, symbolizing the pharaoh's divine status and eternal presence. Mummification, an essential practice in their burial rites, was a sacred art. Priests skilled in the rituals of preservation would extract vital organs, treat the body with natron, and wrap it in fine linen, all to ensure the pharaoh's body remained intact for eternity. This meticulous process signified their belief in the afterlife, where the deceased would live on, ruling as they did in the mortal world. Alongside the mummified remains, vast chambers filled with treasures and artifacts accompanied them: jewelry, weapons, and even food offerings. These items were not mere accompaniments but vital for the next world, ensuring the pharaoh's comfort and status among the gods. The significance of the afterlife in Egyptian culture was profound, perceived as a continuation rather than an end. Tombs were not just final resting places but gateways to immortality, where the pharaoh's soul would navigate the challenges of the Duat, or the underworld, to reach the field of reeds, a paradisiacal version of their earthly life. This belief in immortality influenced every aspect of their existence, driving them to create elaborate, lasting legacies that continued to inspire awe thousands of years later. Through these burial customs, we uncover the depth of their reverence for life beyond death, a testament to their enduring quest for eternal life and divine honor. Animal worship was a cornerstone of ancient Egyptian culture, deeply intertwined with their religion and daily life. Cats held a particularly sacred place, revered not just as companions but as divine beings connected to the goddess Bastet, who embodied home, fertility, and protection. Cats were cherished protectors against pests and believed to possess an almost magical ability to sense the unseen, securing their revered status. This veneration was vividly reflected in Egyptian art and culture, with countless sculptures, paintings, and carvings depicting cats as regal and sacred. Moreover, harming a cat was considered a grave offense, further emphasizing their revered status. Besides cats, the Egyptians held many animals in high esteem, reflecting their connection to various deities. The falcon symbolized the god Horus, viewed as a celestial protector, and was often depicted with the pharaoh himself to signify this divine protection. Meanwhile, the sacred bull, specifically the Apis, was linked to the god Ptah and was worshipped in grand festivals that celebrated its divine power and fertility. Crocodiles, associated with the deity Sobek, symbolized strength and protection and were also housed in temple sanctuaries. This profound reverence for animals permeated every aspect of Egyptian life, from the ornate tombs adorned with animal motifs to the grand temples that honored deities with animal forms. The integration of animal symbolism showcased the pharaoh's aim to harness and reflect divine power and wisdom. Through this lens, we see the Egyptian practice of animal worship as not merely an act of devotion but a fundamental expression of their worldview, reflecting a civilization that saw the divine in every aspect of the natural world. The opulent lifestyle of the Egyptian pharaohs was a dazzling display of their unparalleled status and authority. Residing in palatial estates that were architectural marvels of their time, these rulers embraced luxury in every detail of their existence. Imagine splendid halls adorned with intricate murals and hieroglyphics, interiors accentuated by lavish columns and resplendent chandeliers, illuminating spaces with a golden hue. The grandeur of their residence was a reflection of their divine rule, crafted to embody power and majesty. Clothing was another testament to their elevated status. Pharaohs draped themselves in garments woven from the finest linen, often dyed in rich colors such as deep blues and vibrant reds. Elaborate headdresses adorned with precious stones and gold emphasized their regal presence. Jewelry was not merely an adornment but a symbol of power and wealth. Necklaces of gold, bracelets inlaid with lapis lazuli, and anklets that shimmered in the sunlight were common sights. Some rulers, like Cleopatra, were renowned for their exquisite taste in jewels, layering opulence upon opulence to create a statement of unmatched grandeur. This penchant for luxury was further evidenced by pharaohs known for their extravagant tastes. Ramses II, often called Ramses the Great, left behind stunning monuments and statues that spoke of his immense wealth and desire to be immortalized in splendor. These displays of extravagance weren't mere indulgence but served a deeper purpose. They were intentional expressions of supremacy, reminders of their divine status, and visible symbols of their rule's prosperity. Through their opulent lifestyle, pharaohs not only satisfied personal desires, but also strategically reinforced the perception of their godly nature to subjects and allies alike. Such lavish living not only defined their time on earth, but also ensured their legacy, leaving us with a dazzling glimpse into a world that was anything but ordinary. The enforcement of law and order under the reign of the pharaohs was as stringent as it was draconian, creating a climate where severe punishments were not only routine but essential to sustain their control. The Egyptian legal system, while rooted in the principle of Mot, the notion of truth and cosmic balance, was rigid in its execution. Crimes against the state or any form of dissent were met with unyielding severity, ensuring that the stability of the pharaoh's rule remained unthreatened. Imagine a society where the mere act of speaking against the pharaoh could lead to severe repercussions, including imprisonment or even death. The types of offenses that warranted such austere measures ranged from theft and corruption to blasphemy and treason. For instance, tomb robbery, considered one of the gravest offenses due to its sacrilegious nature, was punishable by torture or execution. The harshness of these penalties was perhaps best illustrated during the reign of Ramses III, where conspirators in the infamous harem plot faced brutal sentences including disfigurement and death to deter any such future betrayals. The pharaoh's unwavering approach to justice extended even to minor infractions, where punishments like flogging or forced labor were commonplace for lesser crimes. This unrelenting legal landscape was indeed a reflection of the pharaoh's desire to project an image of absolute power, reinforcing their divine status. Through these severe measures, they maintained a delicate social order where fear and reverence walked hand in hand, ensuring that the pharaoh's command was absolute and unchallenged. These practices, though harsh by today's standards, were pivotal in sustaining the ancient civilization's intricate structure, portraying a complex narrative of power that transcended mere governance. The use of divine propaganda by the Egyptian pharaohs was a powerful tool to perpetuate their reign and enshrine their divine legacy. Imagine walking amidst towering obelisks and behemoth temples, every stone and carving narrating the tale of a god-king. These monumental structures were not just feats of architectural genius but instruments of glorification. They served as eternal testimonies to the pharaoh's power and divine right to rule. Each temple, like the majestic Karnak or the awe-inspiring Abu Simbel, was meticulously adorned with inscriptions detailing the pharaoh's victories in battle, his divine ancestry, and his benevolent deeds for the people. These inscriptions were not mere records but deliberate narratives crafted to reinforce the pharaoh's celestial image. The art that adorned these structures played a crucial role in this propaganda. Statues depicted the pharaoh in an idealized form, often larger than life, emphasizing their superhuman qualities. The iconic Sphinx, with its enigmatic gaze and formidable presence, stood as a symbol of the pharaoh's eternal watch over his kingdom. Reliefs and murals within these sacred spaces illustrated grandiose scenes of the pharaoh communing with the gods, receiving divine blessings and vanquishing enemies, all underscoring their divine mandate and earthly superiority. These artistic endeavors were carefully curated to communicate a singular message, that the pharaoh was the chosen intermediary between the gods and men, a living deity whose rule was ordained by cosmic forces. By embedding their narratives within stone, pharaohs ensured that their stories echoed through eternity, solidifying their legacy as both rulers and deities. Through these visual and architectural proclamations, they secured their place not just in history but in the mythic consciousness of Egypt, a testament to their enduring power and divine authority. Sacred rituals in ancient Egypt were not merely ceremonial acts. They were vital expressions of the pharaoh's divine role as intermediaries between gods and mortals. Picture the grandeur of the Heb-Sed festival, an ancient celebration of renewal and power where the pharaoh would engage in a symbolic race, reaffirming his vigor and celestial mandate to rule. This festival was not only a testament to the pharaoh's physical endurance but a profound ritual of rebirth, ensuring the continuation of cosmic harmony and his reign. Another significant ceremony was the beautiful Festival of the Valley, an event that served as a bridge between the living and the dead. During this festival, the pharaoh led grand processions to the temples, offering tributes to the gods and honoring the spirits of ancestors. These rituals were steeped in symbolism and were vital for maintaining the balance between the earthly and divine realms. At the heart of these ceremonies was the pharaoh's duty to perform the daily temple rituals, acts that were essential for sustaining Mot, the principle of truth and balance. In these sacred spaces, the pharaoh offered libations and incense, recited hymns, and made offerings to ensure the gods' favor and the prosperity of the land. This divine duty was not a mere obligation. It was the very essence of a pharaoh's role, reinforcing his image as a god on earth. Through these sacred rituals, the pharaohs not only appeased the gods but fortified their bond with the populace, embodying the divine protector of Egypt's spiritual and physical well-being. These ceremonies, rich in tradition and meaning, underscored the pharaoh's eternal connection to the divine, a legacy woven into the fabric of ancient Egyptian life. The diet of Egyptian pharaohs was a lavish reflection of their wealth and status, an opulent banquet of delicacies reserved for their regal palate. Picture a royal feast where the finest ingredients were transformed into exquisite dishes, served amid the grandeur of gilded halls. Bread, the staple of the Egyptian diet, took on a luxurious form for pharaohs, made from the finest emmer wheat and often sweetened with honey or studded with exotic fruits. Meat, a luxury for most, was abundant at the pharaoh's table. Roast duck, goose, and beef were frequently prepared, seasoned with an array of spices that showcased their access to rare and costly trade routes. Fish from the Nile and game from the hunt added variety to their meals, each dish carefully crafted to honor their divine status. Fruits, a sign of prosperity, included figs, dates, and pomegranates, often served as desserts or fermented into wine. The inclusion of such a diverse range of foods not only highlighted their immense wealth, but also their connection to neighboring lands through trade, reflecting diplomatic ties that extended far beyond Egypt's borders. Vegetables, though common, were elevated with the addition of lentils, chickpeas, and delicate herbs, completing the pharaoh's nutritious diet. The lavishness of these royal banquets was not mere indulgence but a strategic display of power, reinforcing their status as deities on earth. Through their dietary choices, pharaohs projected an image of abundance and control, ensuring their reign was both envied and revered. These feasts, rich in symbolism and flavor, were more than just meals. They were a testament to the divine opulence that defined their rule, leaving a legacy as enduring as the monuments they built. The pharaohs of ancient Egypt were not just divine figureheads but formidable military leaders whose prowess in battle played a crucial role in shaping their reigns. Amidst the grandeur of their divine status, they donned armor and led their armies into battle, spearheading campaigns to expand and protect Egypt's borders. Imagine the clamor of soldiers marching under the blazing sun, with the pharaoh at the forefront, a symbol of valor and strategic genius. Pharaohs like Thutmose III, often hailed as one of the greatest military tacticians, orchestrated expeditions that extended Egypt's influence far beyond its traditional confines. His campaign in the Levant with the famous Battle of Megiddo established his reputation as a master strategist, showcasing his ability to unite his forces in a complex war landscape. Ramses II, known as Ramses the Great, further exemplified military leadership with his notable Battle of Kadesh against the Hittites. This epic confrontation, immortalized in grand reliefs on temple walls, was as much a testament to his military acumen as it was to his skillful use of propaganda, portraying a heroic image that inspired and rallied his people. Pharaoh's military endeavors were not solely for the glory of conquest. These campaigns were vital for securing trade routes and resources, ensuring the prosperity and stability of their realm. Warfare, thus, became an extension of their divine mandate, reinforcing their position as protectors of Mot, the cosmic order. By expanding Egypt's territories and securing its wealth, the pharaohs not only cemented their legacy as powerful rulers, but also integrated military prowess into the very essence of their rule. This fusion of warfare and leadership crafted a narrative where the battlefield was more than just a stage for conquest. It was a sacred duty, an integral aspect of the divine stewardship of the land and its people. Through their military leadership, pharaohs demonstrated that their divine right to rule extended beyond religious and political spheres into the realm of martial might, leaving a legacy that resonated through the ages. The intricate hierarchy within the royal court of ancient Egypt was an essential framework that supported the pharaoh's reign, with the ruler firmly seated at the apex of governance. Picture a network of officials, each with distinct roles and responsibilities, all converging towards the central figure of the pharaoh. This complex hierarchy included a multitude of advisors who were not only skilled in their specific domains but often held immense influence over state matters. The vizier, the highest official beneath the pharaoh, acted as the chief administrator and was responsible for overseeing the workings of the government and the execution of royal orders. His role was pivotal in maintaining the balance within the court, ensuring that the pharaoh's decrees were implemented with precision. Furthermore, the royal court was populated by scribes, whose meticulous record-keeping and communication skills were crucial for managing the empire's extensive bureaucracy. These scribes held the keys to knowledge and information, influencing decisions by providing crucial insights and data. High priests also played a significant role, serving as spiritual advisors. They were instrumental in religious matters that intertwined with politics, ensuring that the pharaoh's divine image was upheld. Additionally, military commanders were key figures within the court, their counsel vital during times of conflict and expansion. Though the pharaoh was the ultimate authority, this intricate web of officials and advisors was fundamental in shaping the empire's direction. Their influence was a testament to their profound understanding of both the political and spiritual realms. Through this well-structured court, pharaohs could wield their power effectively, reinforcing their divine mandate while preserving the harmony and stability of ancient Egyptian society. This complex governance system underscored the sophisticated nature of their rule, a legacy of collaboration and control that resonated through the ages. The daily life in the palace of an Egyptian pharaoh was a blend of regal duties and lavish indulgences, a routine where even the mundane was steeped in grandeur. Imagine beginning a day enveloped in luxurious linens as the sun's first rays filter softly through ornately decorated chambers. The pharaoh, regarded as a deity in human form, would emerge from the private sanctuary, ready to embrace the day's responsibilities, which were as varied as they were significant. A typical day could commence with an audience of royal advisors and scribes, gleaning updates on the kingdom's affairs, from the prosperity of the Nile's harvest to matters of state security. Yet the pharaoh's duties extended beyond governance. Religious and ceremonial obligations were paramount, with the ruler often leading temple rituals that reaffirmed their divine connection. Such engagements underscored their dual role as both a temporal and spiritual leader, but life within the palace was not all about duty. The pharaoh also indulged in leisure activities, finding solace and joy in pursuits like board games, particularly Senet, a game of chance and strategy that symbolized the journey to the afterlife, played on intricately carved boards with family or trusted courtiers. These moments of leisure were balanced with the pleasures of music and dance, where skilled performers brought the arts to life within the palace walls. Moreover, the pharaohs' interactions with family held a special place in their daily routine. Stories recount the gentle exchanges between pharaohs and their children, teaching them the ways of governance and the sacred traditions they would one day inherit. Servants, too, played a crucial role, meticulously attending to needs with unwavering loyalty. They ensured that every element of the pharaoh's life, from the grand feasts to the simplest of comforts, was seamlessly orchestrated. Through these daily rituals and interactions, the palace life of a pharaoh was a testament to a world where power, divinity, and personal joys coexisted harmoniously, creating a profound narrative that defined their reign. The pharaoh's obsession with eternity influenced every facet of their lives, driving them to create legacies built to withstand the sands of time. Imagine a world where immortality wasn't just a dream but a tangible pursuit. This fixation on eternal life was woven into ancient Egyptian culture, manifesting most strikingly in their monumental architecture and art. The colossal pyramids, those awe-inspiring silhouettes on the horizon, stand as testaments to their quest for immortality. Each stone was meticulously placed, each structure meticulously aligned with celestial bodies, symbolizing a connection between the earthly and the eternal. These grand edifices served not just as tombs but as gateways to the afterlife, ensuring that the pharaoh's journey beyond death mirrored the grandeur of their reign on earth. Art, too, was a medium through which pharaohs immortalized their presence. Vivid frescoes adorned tomb walls, depicting scenes of abundance and divinity, portraying an idealized eternity where pharaohs continued to rule and thrive. Hieroglyphics etched with precision narrated tales of triumphs and divine encounters, ensuring their stories were whispered through the ages. This obsession shaped their burial practices as well, with mummification at its core. The elaborate process of preserving the body, combined with the intricate designs of sarcophagi and burial chambers, was intended to protect the pharaoh's essence, preserving it for an eternal existence. The treasures buried alongside them, from gilded chariots to intricate jewelry, were not merely possessions but necessities for their celestial journey. Through these practices, pharaohs crafted a narrative of everlasting life, a belief so potent that it drove them to construct empires that aspired to defy time itself. By intertwining the mortal with the eternal, they left behind a legacy that continues to captivate, offering glimpses into a civilization determined to transcend the earthly realm. Pharaoh's fashion was a striking testament to their exalted status, with each piece of attire and adornment carefully chosen to reflect their power and divine essence. Picture a palette of vibrant colors and exquisite materials, where every garment was a symbol of supremacy and celestial connection. Their clothing, often made from the finest linen, was not just about comfort but a display of luxury and authority. Imagine robes dyed in royal hues like deep indigo and bold crimson, colors accessible only to the elite, signifying their otherworldly rank. Jewelry was an integral part of their fashion repertoire, with ornate pieces that emphasized their godlike presence. Gold, considered the flesh of the gods, was the metal of choice, crafted into elaborate necklaces, earrings, and crowns encrusted with precious stones like turquoise, lapis lazuli, and carnelian. These dazzling ornaments served not merely as embellishments but as powerful symbols of divine protection and life-giving attributes. Pharaohs also used cosmetics to enhance their features, with dark kohl lining their eyes to evoke the protective gaze of Horus. This use of cosmetics was more than aesthetic. It was a ritual that connected them to the divine, imbued with spiritual significance. Perfumes made from rare and exotic oils infused a sense of enchantment and allure, underscoring their allure and divine fragrance. Every element of their fashion and beauty regime was a deliberate act to personify the gods, reinforcing their role as the earthly representation of divinity. Through this meticulous attention to appearance, pharaohs conveyed an aura of majesty and timeless elegance, reinforcing their celestial mandate and ensuring their image was eternally enshrined in the echoes of history. The religious duties of the pharaohs were a profound testament to their roles as both political and spiritual leaders, intricately woven into the very fabric of their reign. As intermediaries between the gods and their people, pharaohs bore the weight of cosmic order on their shoulders, a responsibility that extended beyond mere governance. Picture the reverent atmosphere within the grand temple halls where the pharaoh, draped in ceremonial garb, performs sacred rituals that affirm his divine connection. These rituals were not just symbolic gestures but essential acts to sustain Mot, the principle of truth and balance integral to Egyptian society. Each day, pharaohs would partake in temple activities, offering incense, libations, and prayers to honor the gods and secure their favor, a practice vital for ensuring the prosperity and stability of the realm. Their presence in these sacred spaces was both a political act and a spiritual necessity, as they were seen as the earthly embodiment of the divine overseeing the well-being of their nation. The significance of these duties cannot be understated. By leading festivals and ceremonies like the Opulent or the beautiful festival of the valley, the pharaoh reinforced their celestial stature, weaving a narrative that their reign was blessed and sanctified by the heavens. Engaging in these religious practices was more than fulfilling a duty. It was a profound demonstration of their role as the heart of the nation, binding the earthly and the sacred in a symbiotic relationship. Through their priestly duties, pharaohs ensured that the gods' favor was bestowed upon Egypt, maintaining harmony and prosperity across their vast empire. This divine stewardship underscored the eternal bond between pharaoh and deity, cementing their legacy as rulers chosen not only by the people but by the heavens themselves. Symbolic art and architecture in ancient Egypt served as enduring expressions of the pharaoh's power and divine essence, designed to resonate with both the heavens and the people. Envision a landscape where every monument, from the grandiose temples to the enigmatic Sphinx, spoke in a language of symbols, each detail meticulously crafted to immortalize the pharaoh's celestial connection. The Sphinx, with its monumental presence and eternal gaze, was not just a marvel of engineering but a profound embodiment of strength and wisdom, portraying the pharaoh as a guardian of Mot. This colossal sculpture, with the body of a lion and the face of the pharaoh, signified the melding of human and divine attributes, asserting their role as protectors and rulers. Similarly, temples were sanctuaries of divine communication, their architecture imbued with cosmic significance. The towering columns and intricate carvings within temples like Karnak and Luxor were designed to mirror the creation myths, aligning with celestial paths to ensure the continual cycle of life and order. Hieroglyphics etched onto these sacred walls were more than mere writings. They were sacred inscriptions, a visual narrative of the pharaoh's divine interactions and victories, ensuring their deeds were immortalized for eternity. Symbolism extended to the smallest artifacts, where the use of specific colors and motifs conveyed powerful messages of authority and providence. Blue, symbolizing the Nile and the heavens, was often used to signify fertility and life, while gold represented eternity, a testament to their divine lineage. Through these artistic expressions, pharaohs not only reinforced their divine status, but also bound their legacy to the very foundation of Egyptian society. By integrating symbolism into their art and architecture, they crafted a cultural narrative that transcended time, ensuring that their reign resonated through the ages as a testament to their divine sovereignty. The health and medicine of Egyptian pharaohs were realms where ancient wisdom and divine association intertwined, offering a glimpse into the sophisticated medical practices of their time. Imagine a world where the pharaoh's well-being was paramount, entrusted to the finest healers and medical practitioners in the land. This was a society that placed immense significance on health, viewing it as a divine mandate to maintain the pharaoh's vigor and vitality for the stability of the realm. The ancient Egyptians were pioneers in medical practices, with a deep understanding of anatomy and a rich repository of medical texts that served as both guides and training manuals for their physicians. Papyrus scrolls like the renowned Ebers papyrus contained extensive knowledge on various diseases, surgical procedures, and medicinal recipes, reflecting a culture that prioritized scientific inquiry alongside spiritual healing. Physicians, often trained as priests, wielded their dual expertise with precision, blending medical knowledge with rituals and spells to cure ailments attributed to supernatural forces. Pharaohs, in their exalted position, had unparalleled access to these advanced medical practices, benefiting from specialized treatments that were unavailable to the general populace. Their healers employed a range of techniques, from herbal remedies crafted from exotic plants to intricate surgeries performed with tools that showcased remarkable craftsmanship. Moreover, the pharaoh's diet was carefully regulated, often prescribed by physicians to ensure optimal health, reflecting a holistic approach to medicine that harmonized mind, body, and spirit. Illnesses were not seen as mere physical conditions, but as imbalances that required a comprehensive approach, combining diagnostics with both natural and spiritual interventions. Through these practices, pharaohs were not only cared for with the utmost dedication, but were also perceived as embodying the pinnacle of health and divine favor. This fusion of medicine and spirituality did more than just heal. It reinforced the pharaoh's godlike stature, ensuring their reign remained a beacon of prosperity and health. These advanced but mystical health practices were a testament to the ingenuity and dedication of ancient Egyptian healers, etching a legacy of medical prowess that continues to intrigue and inspire. The tradition of keeping exotic pets among the Egyptian pharaohs was a testament to their immense wealth and power. Envision a royal palace where the sounds of majestic creatures resonate through grand halls, each animal carefully chosen for its rarity and allure. These exotic pets were not mere companions, they were symbols of the pharaoh's divine connection and worldly influence. From graceful gazelles to fierce lions, the pharaoh's menagerie reflected the vastness of their empire and their ability to tame the wild. One of the most fascinating examples was the cheetah, revered for its speed and elegance, often depicted in art alongside the pharaoh to highlight their swift and unyielding prowess. Such animals were more than mere adornments, they were living emblems of authority and control, showcasing the pharaoh's dominion over nature. Giraffes, with their towering grace, were gifts from distant lands, representing the far-reaching alliances and trade relationships fostered by the Egyptian rulers. Monkeys, too, were favored, their playful nature offering moments of joy within the regal confines. These creatures, whether paraded in processions or depicted in hieroglyphics, emphasized the opulence and reach of the pharaoh's reign. However, the significance of these pets extended beyond mere display. They were believed to channel spiritual energies and protect their royal keepers, further underscoring the pharaoh's role as a bridge between the earthly and the divine. Through their exotic menageries, pharaohs not only demonstrated their unparalleled status, but also fortified their image as divinely ordained rulers, whose influence reached every corner of both the known and mystical realms. This tradition, steeped in symbolism and power, allowed the pharaohs to embody the essence of their empire's might, leaving a legacy as enduring as the empire they ruled. The education of Egyptian pharaohs was a meticulous process designed to equip them with the knowledge and skills necessary to rule an empire. Picture a young pharaoh in training, surrounded by the finest tutors, immersed in subjects that span both the spiritual and earthly realms. These future rulers were taught to read and write hieroglyphics, a skill that was not only a symbol of their elevated status but essential for understanding religious texts and conducting state affairs. The art of writing was considered sacred, a gateway to divine wisdom and communication with the gods, and mastering it was crucial for maintaining their authoritative position. Mathematics and astronomy were also integral parts of their education, allowing them to oversee architectural projects like the construction of temples and pyramids, align structures with celestial bodies, and manage the intricate logistics of a vast kingdom. History and law formed the backbone of their curriculum, instilling a deep understanding of the cultural heritage, traditions, and legal frameworks needed to govern effectively. Additionally, they learned military strategy and leadership, skills that were vital for defending and expanding their territories. This comprehensive education was more than an academic pursuit. It was a formative journey that prepared pharaohs to embody the dual role of a god-king, capable of interpreting divine will while adeptly navigating the complexities of earthly governance. The emphasis on literacy and knowledge was critical for sustaining their rule, enabling them to command respect, implement laws with precision, and perpetuate the legacy of their divine lineage. Through this erudition, pharaohs were able to govern with wisdom and authority, ensuring the prosperity and stability of their empire and cementing their place as enlightened leaders whose reigns would echo through the ages. Pharaoh as builder, a role that showcased the immense influence and visionary prowess of these ancient rulers. Imagine a land where every monumental structure not only symbolized divine authority, but also demonstrated the pharaoh's commitment to immortalizing their legacy through grand architectural endeavors. The pharaohs were not just figureheads, they were master planners who envisioned and commissioned awe-inspiring structures that would define the Egyptian landscape for millennia. One of the most iconic projects was the Great Pyramid of Giza, constructed under the reign of Pharaoh Khufu. This colossal structure, standing as a testament to human ingenuity, required meticulous planning and the labor of thousands, embodying Khufu's ambition and the central role of the pharaoh in orchestrating such feats. Beyond pyramids, temples like Karnak and Luxor reflected the pharaoh's dedication to religious and cultural enrichment. These sprawling complexes, with their towering columns and intricate carvings, were not only places of worship but also centers of community life, reinforcing the link between the divine and the everyday. The Temple of Abu Simbel, commissioned by Ramses the Great, stands as another remarkable achievement. Carved into a mountainside, its grandeur and alignment with the sun's rays symbolize both spiritual devotion and architectural precision. Such projects were more than architectural marvels, they were catalysts for economic and social development. The construction process engaged a vast workforce, providing employment and fostering community growth. These structures were physical manifestations of the pharaoh's power and visions, shaping their society's identity and leaving a cultural legacy that has endured through time. By acting as builders, pharaohs not only cemented their dominion over the physical realm, but also secured their place in the annals of history, eternally enshrined in the monumental echoes of stone and artistry. The marriage practices of Egyptian pharaohs were as strategic as they were emblematic of their divine and earthly dominion. Imagine a royal court buzzing with the intricate tapestry of relationships where every marital union was a calculated move in the grand chessboard of power. Marriages among pharaohs were not merely personal or romantic endeavors, they were political alliances that secured the stability and expansion of their empire. By marrying daughters of foreign kings or influential nobles, pharaohs forged diplomatic ties that reinforced Egypt's standing in the ancient world. These unions were critical in establishing peace treaties, ensuring loyalty, and facilitating trade relations that enriched the kingdom. The concept of multiple wives was an accepted norm, allowing pharaohs to expand their alliances and ensure a robust lineage. The hierarchy within the palace was meticulously structured, with the queen, known as the Great Royal Wife, occupying a position of supreme importance. She was not just a wife but a vital partner in governance, often tasked with influential roles in state and religious ceremonies, reinforcing the pharaoh's divine right to rule. Her status was reflected in the grandeur of her titles and the prominence of her depictions in temples and monuments. Secondary wives and concubines, while numerous, held lesser status, yet they too played essential roles. Their children could ascend to the throne, ensuring a line of succession that protected the royal legacy. These marriages, though complex, were essential in maintaining the balance of power within the court and across the empire. Through these alliances, pharaohs skillfully wove a network of influence, aligning their rule with both divine will and earthly necessity, continually crafting a legacy interlaced with the threads of political ingenuity and dynastic ambition. The practices surrounding a pharaoh's death and succession were elaborate affairs steeped in tradition, symbolism, and the quest for uninterrupted divine rule. Imagine the solemnity that enveloped the land as news of a pharaoh's passing spread, a moment that not only marked the end of a reign but also called for meticulous rituals to ensure a smooth transition of power. Choosing an heir was a process imbued with both political strategy and divine decree, often involving complex familial ties and counsel from trusted advisors. The ideal successor was typically one who embodied the qualities of leadership and divine right, often a direct descendant or a member of the immediate royal family. Yet, the choice sometimes extended to those within the broader royal lineage to secure the best candidate for maintaining stability and continuity. Once the heir was identified, the transfer of power centered around the elaborate ceremony known as the coronation. This event was not just a proclamation of the new pharaoh's authority, but a rite of passage that confirmed their divine connection. Picture the grandeur of the occasion as the successor entered the sacred temple, where priests performed solemn rituals and recited ancient hymns to invoke the god's blessings. The new pharaoh would then don the double crown, symbolizing the unification of Upper and Lower Egypt, an act that signified their acceptance as the divine ruler of both realms. This ceremony was a profound blend of spiritual invocation and political affirmation, ensuring that the new pharaoh's rule was legitimized both on earth and in the eyes of the gods. The transition was further solidified through public proclamations, where the new ruler was paraded before the people, underscoring their divine and earthly mandate. Through these practices, the succession process not only preserved the stability of the state, but also reinforced the enduring concept of the pharaohs as living deities, entrusted with the eternal stewardship of Egypt's destiny. This intricate balance of tradition and divine endorsement ensured that the transition of power was as seamless as the eternal cycles of the Nile, anchoring the new pharaoh's reign in both reverence and authority. The pharaoh's legacy was not merely an echo of their reign, but a carefully curated narrative designed to endure through the ages. Imagine grand monuments dotting the Egyptian landscape, each stone meticulously placed to whisper tales of glory and divine authority. These structures were more than architectural triumphs. They were eternal symbols of the pharaoh's rule, immortalizing their achievements long after their physical departure. Pharaohs like Ramses the Great understood the power of legacy, commissioning grandiose temples and colossal statues that stood as testaments to their might. His image, carved into monumental reliefs at Abu Simbel, was not just a celebration of his rule but a message to future generations, a reminder of his divine connection and enduring influence. Another profound example is that of Hatshepsut, the queen who defied convention to become one of Egypt's most successful rulers. Her spectacular mortuary temple at Deir el-Bahri, with its innovative design and eloquent inscriptions, was a bold statement of her unmatched reign and visionary leadership. These inscriptions served as narratives, carefully crafted to frame the pharaoh's deeds and divine favor. Each hieroglyphic symbol was a deliberate choice, blending art with history to embed their stories into the very fabric of the civilization. The tales of their victories, religious devotion, and benevolent leadership were etched into stone, ensuring their echoes reached far beyond their own time. Through these endeavors, pharaohs secured a legacy that was as much about the future as it was about their own time on earth. The stories of their reigns continued to be told, inspiring reverence and awe, ensuring their godlike status lived on in the collective memory of their people. By meticulously crafting their narrative through monuments and inscriptions, The pharaohs not only preserved their legacy but wove it into the eternal tapestry of Egypt's history, creating a lineage of power and divine legacy that resonated through countless generations. Pharaohs' interaction with foreign cultures was a dynamic chapter in their extensive reign, reflecting their sophisticated understanding of diplomacy and trade. Imagine a world where the lands beyond Egypt's borders were both a source of opportunity and intrigue, inviting pharaohs to engage in dialogues and exchanges that would shape the course of history. These rulers, revered as deities at home, were astute diplomats abroad, fostering relationships that extended Egypt's influence across distant lands. Trade was a cornerstone of these interactions, with Egyptian pharaohs establishing robust networks that facilitated the exchange of goods, ideas, and technologies. The allure of Egyptian gold, prized for its quality and abundance, attracted traders from the Levant, Nubia, and farther afield. In return, Egypt welcomed exotic goods such as cedar wood from Lebanon, spices from Arabia, and rich textiles from the Near East, weaving a tapestry of wealth that enriched their civilization. Diplomacy was another realm where pharaohs excelled, often sealing alliances through strategic marriages and treaties that ensured peace and mutual prosperity. Hatshepsut's reign is a notable example where her expedition to the land of Punt not only brought back valuable commodities like myrrh and incense, but also paved the way for cultural exchanges that left a lasting imprint on Egyptian art and religion. The Amarna letters, a collection of clay tablets, offer a glimpse into the diplomatic correspondence during Pharaoh Akhenaten's reign, highlighting the intricate web of alliances and negotiations that sustained Egypt's regional power. These interactions were more than mere exchanges. They fostered cultural symbiosis, influencing art, architecture, and religious practices in ways that enriched both Egypt and its neighbors. The depiction of foreign envoys within Egyptian tomb art and the adaptation of foreign motifs into Egyptian design reflect this profound impact. Through these interactions, pharaohs not only fortified their empires but also embraced the diverse cultural influences that flowed through their lands, crafting a legacy of cosmopolitan ingenuity that resonated throughout history. By engaging with foreign powers, they expanded their horizons, ensuring that Egypt remained a pivotal heart of ancient civilization, fertile ground where cultures converged and flourished. Pharaohs as innovators were visionaries whose ingenious contributions reshaped Egyptian civilization in profound ways, laying the groundwork for advancements that reverberated through history. Picture a land where the synergy of innovation and tradition crafted a society that thrived under the pharaohs' forward-thinking reigns. One of the most remarkable areas of innovation was agriculture, where they devised sophisticated irrigation systems to harness the life-giving waters of the Nile. These innovations, such as the development of the shaduf, a simple yet effective device for lifting water, transformed vast areas of arid land into fertile fields, ensuring bountiful harvests and sustaining the burgeoning population across the empire. Engineering was another arena where pharaohs left an indelible mark, exemplified by the awe-inspiring construction projects that pushed the boundaries of architectural prowess. The majestic pyramids, with their precise alignment to cardinal points and ingenious stone-laying techniques, stand as enduring symbols of their engineering mastery. These structures not only served as tombs but also displayed their command over the natural and spiritual worlds, influencing architectural practices for millennia. Administrative innovations were equally significant, with pharaohs like Djoser pioneering the use of organized labor and resources to efficiently manage state projects, laying the foundation for a well-structured bureaucracy that was crucial for maintaining order and prosperity. Through advancements in record-keeping and governance, pharaohs ensured that the vast empire operated with precision, establishing a legacy of managerial expertise that set a benchmark for future civilizations. The long-term effects of these innovations were profound, as they not only sustained an empire that flourished for centuries, but also influenced subsequent cultures that marveled at Egypt's achievements. By embracing innovation while honoring tradition, pharaohs crafted a civilization that was both enduring and dynamic, a legacy that continues to captivate and inspire the world today. In summary, the peculiar yet normal practices of Egyptian pharaohs offer a window into a civilization that was as extraordinary as it was complex. From the divine nature of their rule and the sacred rituals that cemented their celestial status, to their strategic royal marriages and the lavish lifestyle that set them apart, each aspect leaves a unique imprint on the sands of history. Their obsession with eternity, reflected in monumental architecture and elaborate burial customs, underscores a quest for immortality that transcends time and connects us to their ancient world. These practices are a testament to a society where political power and religious devotion were seamlessly intertwined, a narrative rich with innovation, diplomacy, and cultural exchange. As we unravel these mysteries, we gain insights into how history shapes our understanding of human ambition and belief. The pharaoh's legacy is one that continues to fascinate, inviting us to reflect on the threads of continuity that connect past, present, and future. We encourage you to share your thoughts or questions in the comments section. If you enjoyed this journey through the enigmatic world of the pharaohs, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more intriguing historical mysteries. Thank you for watching and stay curious.